Dear colleagues, I would like to welcome you to this EduTech course, which is presented to you by KAWA Uganda, funded by Edify. You'll find our website here at kawa.ac.ug, and we have a hashtag where you connect with us, and every work we are doing for Edify, you'll find it online. If you are using X platform, Facebook, you'll find us here. So I am presenting to you Unit 1, which is ICT Essentials, meaning that we are going to be continuing with this kind of training until you get everything exhaustively, and you'll become better and better. So basically using PowerPoint, which is a part of the unit you'll cover, and we are starting here on slide 1. We are introducing ICT integration, which refers to the use of digital tools and the resources for improved teacher effectiveness and the student learning outcomes. So a teacher who is attending this course, you are going to improve your way of lesson delivery, and the learners are going to be better and better. So when you talk about digital resources here, we are referring to utilizing online and offline resources such as ebooks and educational resources which support curriculum delivery. Examples of this may include Google Classroom, you may have Colibri, you can have KAWA resources online, and many others. And we also expect you to go into use of interactive technologies, where if you have your tab like this, you'll be able to use it, and you also work hard to ensure that you have audio devices. If you cannot afford this, then it is better you focus on a smaller radio, which can help to provide sound in the way you teach. So we're looking at employing smart boards, projectors, classroom response systems to engage learners actively. And then we also look at using collaborative platforms which enable learners to interact, and the teachers also to ensure that they are supporting learners to learn better and better. We also focus on assessment tools, quizzes. You will see this in the KAWA content, and you'll be able to move and learn better. So many of these also include resources that can help you to get time and research, gather data. So this helps in providing students and teachers with easy access to a vast array of information and educational resources. So ICT is very, very important for all of us who are in the education sector. And when we integrate it in the education system well, you get learners who are well motivated in their learning because the tools are motivating, they help them to do a lot more. And of course, you'll have learners who are highly engaged because you are using facilities which help them to capture and to see what they are talking about. So technology also facilitates differentiated instruction, allowing educators to tailor learning experience to meet individual learners' needs. You know, the learners we support are not the same. They have different learning needs. They learn at a different pace, and we need to apply different teaching styles to meet the different learning styles. ICT is going to help us really to access information. We have a lot of resources here. So in the workshop here, we are going to be hands-on, and we are going to have a lot of information, especially the one which is prepared for us here as the internet in a box and other resources. Then we also look at when you complete this course, you'll have acquired digital skills which also help you to acquire more other skills. So integrating ICT in education prepares students and teachers for the world which is beyond us. We shall be able to do a lot more, and as we proceed, we are going to have better information and much better competencies, especially when we understand the hardware. So hardware, as you see it here, the hardware here, we are referring to the physical components of a computer system or electronic device. These are tangible, meaning you can touch them, you can carry them, and you can remove the parts, and of course they are seen. It's also important for schools to acquire vital hardware, and the users must learn how to handle them safely, and even how to protect them. So I don't know which one you may mention here. It is important that you mention all of this, and you understand how to use each one of these. Which device is this, and what is it used for? What about this? What is it used for? Are they still there, or they are now old-fashioned? What about this device here? What is it, and what role does it play? What about this one? Do you have it in the school? When are you planning to get it, and what role does it play? I'm just trying to enable you to think critically, and also try to see that you take a step to understand them. Don't just jump this. You can pause this video and take time to understand how each of these parts of the hardware that you know, and also which ones does what. Very important there. Now let's introduce this bit called the software. A computer cannot run without software. So software refers to the programs that run on a hardware. The user interacts with the software to provide operational data and instructions. Software instructions that tell the hardware what to do. Without the software, you cannot use your hardware. It is like buying a radio, but you don't have music in it. You don't have a station where you're connecting it. It is just there as basically hardware, like you know how hardware is. So all these devices to function, maybe a phone, a computer like this, whatever makes it to bring you value is a hardware. So hardware is sold, it is made by different companies. So for us as a KAWA, working with the colleagues like Shareability, we're also focused on creating software which can power your computers to be very beneficial to all of us. So the user here is inputting some data here, and it enters here, it is processed, but this is done through use of software. Now let's go to the common thing: booting, navigating, and shutting down a computer. I'm going to share with you some other videos later on about booting a computer. But if you have a computer there, a laptop, or any device there, make sure that you know this button here. It is indicated with a 0 and a 1, meaning it can be on and off. 1 meaning on, 0 meaning off. So you shut it down, it will guide you to shut down a computer. So booting, it's a word we use in ICT, is the process of starting a computer's operating system, OS, and loading it into memory. So it is called booting because the computer is essentially pulling itself up its bootstraps to start running. So it is just starting. To start a computer, find a power button, this one here. So on the buttons, okay. So these buttons can be very different, but they may be different colors, but they look alike with this symbol here. So first, connect your computer to the power. Make sure that it's powered, and then you just click, you just press on it, and then it will shut. It will be able to start. But The computer's process of booting are of two types. It's what we call cold booting and warm booting. Do some research on that, and you'll get it clearly. So to shut down a computer, shutting down safely, first close any programs and save all of them, and then on the start menu look for this button here. Select that button that says power off or shut down, then you shut down. There's some activities for you here. I would like you to discuss when and why to restart a computer using warm booting instead of shutting down. What's the difference between sleep and hibernate? You'll find them there. What are the dangers of powering off a computer directly before proper shutdown? Those are areas for us to focus on. So as we continue with the booting, navigating, and shutting down a computer, it's important to understand what we call navigating. So it involves using the mouse, the touchpad, the keyboard, right-clicking, left clicking, double clicking, dragging, scroll, and use of keyboard shortcuts. So the keyboard you have has it has different sections here. The common one here is called escape key. Number 1 to 12 is called, they're called functional keys. Then you find what we call space bar. Some keyboards tend to be different, so you take time to go through this to understand. Then also how to use your mouse. When it comes to clicking, click once, like right now I'm clicking once. But when it comes to drawing, I am pressing. When it comes to right clicking, it will bring me that. When it comes to dragging, to take me there. Okay, sorry, it has that action has taken me to something else and has taken me to another slide. So coming back here, in terms of navigating, you need to also to understand what we call the icons. Some of those small pictures that you see on your computer. So you learn like my computer. You also try to understand like the bin, the task key, and then so how a file looks like. So on your computer, you look at different icons, which also have a very serious meaning. For example, this one may mean a browser. This one may mean that you have a file somewhere, and then there are others here, which also have. You need to practice more and understand them. So you can also go to file navigation. That's when you open a file, or Explorer, you'll find your folders there and you find your file there. Then accessing installed programs like apps, you may have to go to start menu, and some programs may just have icons now, like you are going to internet, just click there and be able to reach your work. Now let's talk about organizing and managing files. You may find two words here: a file and a folder. A file is a digital document or a named and saved data unit that explores information such as text, images, videos. So you may find it is named and it has name. It has W here, means a Word document. If it has X here, it has maybe Excel document. P here may be a PowerPoint document, PDF. So the way you see it, these are files. So the ones in yellow are called folders. So a folder is a digital container used to organize the files and other folders on a storage device, typically represented in as a hierarchical structure, like here from the main one to this to this to this to this one of schoolwork. So take note and make use of your device properly. I want to talk about file management properly. So when you are saving your work, make sure that you save your work in a place where you know. So if your files are not organized in a way that makes sense to you, retrieving files could end up being very difficult, and you may not know where your work is, it will get lost. So when you are saving your work, you must always be aware on the drive. Is it on C? Is it on D? Is it on desktop? The folder, is it placed in the schemes of work? Is it placed in lesson plan? Which folder is my work? If you lose a file, you can use the search utility on your Windows computer, and you'll be able to get it. Maybe that will be on another video that will show that. So make sure that you know where you keep your files. Practice. In your practice here, you can type your work, save it properly, save it inside my documents, and we see whether you can do that. Proceeding further, we are looking at creating and formatting files, professional documents. So do you have Office software installed on your PC? Most of you may be having. So you must have to get started with the Microsoft Word now, where we're looking at word processing. We're going to type at least one paragraph, write and describe your school. Describe what you see here, like the things you are seeing around here. You can simply type that my school has a computer. It is operated on by a secretary, and in the office there are pictures, the calendar on the wall, the desk is organized. So I want you to type that. Type what you see here, and then we are going to use Microsoft Word. So now we're going to Microsoft Word, creating and formatting professional documents, like what I've just told you, the story you're going to write. So to do this, you need to do hands-on. Okay, we must learn by doing, typing your own exams, schemes of work, and class notes. Do that like the way these people are doing it. So you must go and create a blank document. You must first of all open Microsoft Word. Yes, in this video, I may not take you much there, but if you get out of this video, you'll be able to look for Word. So open it, type your document, create a blank document, first save it with a name. Maybe you can call it Git SST exam or history exam. So type your work, edit the document, insert some images like this image of the logo. Maybe you have drawn something there. Learn how to bold some words like this exam here, and then change fonts, font styles, and your document will be ready. That is a skill. Congratulations! If you can do this, you have already moved a step ahead. Thank you. You may also go into moving further. I think there is this website here. You can follow up maybe on the Shareability Library. There are some Word files on how to use Word. You'll be able to get that, and you can follow this. So you can create a professional document. First of all, choose a clear font. Use bold or italic. Set margins. Use the page numbers. Insert page numbers. Align text left or justify. Use bullet points. Highlight important information. Use tables and charts. Include footer. Save your document. Move on. Then we also have entering data. You may be entering marks, and to enter marks, you need to use a Microsoft application called spreadsheets. Here we call it Excel. So entering data in spreadsheets using basic formulas and functions, you can do that also. When there is time, we shall be able to do that. So getting started with spreadsheets, on your computer, start a menu or search for Excel. Then number 2, open a blank workbook or template. Number 3, type in data, formulas, and format it as needed. Save it and print. So I'm going to share with you a different video to help you to do this. And so you can be able to enter data properly, you can make your calculations, and all this is very, very important. So with this, you can be able to do budgeting and financial planning, With Excel, you can do data analysis and reporting, you can do registers and inventory, you can schedule, you can mark, you can have marks calculated properly, and a lot more that can be done. So when it comes to entering data in spreadsheets using basic formulas and functions, when you are writing a formula, you make a plus first. You make a plus, and then if you are adding, use a sum. So that means you are adding. For example, this may be row 3 in what is in row 3, and then you'll be able to add up, and then you can also be able to come to average. So I'll share with you just a particular video which deals with the basic formulas, and then you can be able to do your work better. Then you can do a practice here. Pause this video. So create a blank spreadsheet, save it with a name, and remember the rules for naming your files correctly. It must end. This is an Excel file. So edit your spreadsheets to add text value like the way this has been done, and then use appropriate formulas to compute. So all this is the one which is used for making trackers, the one which is used for making calculations. Like you can see here, you can auto sum, you can insert function, do financial, logical, text, date, lookup, and reference. All this can be done. So you submit your work at a certain level. You can also be designing presentations using PowerPoint and multimedia. So you need to open your computer, open presentation software called PowerPoint. So on your start menu, search for PowerPoint, open a blank PowerPoint, type in the headings, and save your work properly. Then you can continue. So the PowerPoint, like what I'm using here, I'm using a PowerPoint, and you can be able to make electronic presentation in conferences. In most of the workshops we do, we use PowerPoint, the one you connect to the projector, you project, and the things look nice. People enjoy learning. So a multimedia presentation integrates various forms of media, such as text, like the way you see text here. It includes images, like you see images there. It includes audio. You can do a recording of what you have done. You can also bring the voice from out. It also has video. You can have videos playing with your PowerPoint, animations, and enhance communication and engage the audience effectively. People can enjoy learning, like the way I'm creating this video, which is designed in PowerPoint. We can also design how to design presentations with the multimedia elements. You can design business presentations, educational lesson delivery, sales pitches. You can do training sessions. You can do conference. You can do church, and a lot more. So I want you to practice designing a presentation. So practice delivering the presentation to ensure it's a smooth flow. Keep time, be confident, maintain eye contact whenever you are presenting. Look at the way these people are doing their work and look at what most of us do. And the way he's presenting here, sometimes you may have a clicker so that you don't point directly with the hand like this. A lot can be done so that you can be able to use your PowerPoint well. So designing a PowerPoint presentations with multimedia elements, you need the multimedia. You can be able to come up with your PowerPoint, and a good one. So why multimedia presentations are important? Number one, multimedia captures audience attention, stimulating visual and auditory senses. People will see, like they were presenting this, they will see it, and then they'll also hear from what you are saying, and they'll be attentive. Number two, images, videos, audio, all explain complex concepts. If you are telling somebody about a landslide which took place, you don't talk much. They will see it because you are using videos within your PowerPoint, and the multimedia is very important. Multimedia also aids memory retention and making information more friendly, and many other important factors applied there. All right, so can you go ahead and practice making a presentation? Take your time there, create a blank PowerPoint, save your work. First of all, put in what we need there, and then you'll be able to come up with the slides. So slide 1 should be introduction to computer. Content there, what are the computers? Slide 2 should be hardware. What are the components there? So read this at the end of it, finish this, and we shall connect up with you to see how you can be able to submit your work. Moving further, we'll look about mail merge using advanced document features like mail merge and TOC. So mail merge. So with mail merge, a single document, e.g. a letter, is merged with the data sets, e.g. addresses, student marker scores, to produce several documents, each of which is personalized using information. Take the example that you want to print envelopes with the names of the parents. So instead of printing each envelope, typing on each envelope, you have your addresses and the names of the parents or students typed maybe in Word or Excel. Then you'll merge the letter with what you have here, so that the thing goes. So you have a document here, and then you create a mailing list, and every name will go. Okay, it will go, and you'll be able to receive everything here. For example, my colleagues of Shareability were able to use this tool, and it works well. So we can be able to do a lot more with mail merge. So creating a doc. So so create like a table of content, which is a list of headings and subheadings. There's a special video for this, which we are going to be using. So click heading 1, heading 2, and then you'll be able to insert that. So that format will be made. In the next one, so you save your work, and after saving your work, we're talking about saving, exporting, and printing documents. So this is also the very, very important area. You must save your work. So saving refers to the process of storing digital files such as documents, spreadsheets, or presentation to a local area, local server, or even saving it in the cloud. That means we save it online. So steps there, we need to practice those. Then we also have exporting files. So exporting files means you have expanded your files, so you can save them either as you can send them to PDF, you can send them to another format. We shall do when you have done your document, and then you come to file here, you find the tools like this. This one open, this one says resend, this one says save, and then you'll be able to send your work to that area, and you can be able to learn how to print your work. And then we're also talking about troubleshooting now, in troubleshooting common hardware and software challenges. So troubleshooting here, we're referring to the process that involves identifying, diagnosing. Diagnosing, we mean checking to find where the challenge is, like a doctor diagnoses a patient. So troubleshooting involves identifying, diagnosing, and resolving common issues with computer hardware and software to ensure smooth operation. So before we talk about troubleshooting, let's first emphasize his point on computer maintenance. If you have bought your laptop, you have bought your computers, the points here are very, very important. Maintain your computer before you repair. Keep your software and operating systems updated. Install antivirus and scan your computer regularly. Avoid overloading the system with too many programs. If your C is full and showing red, your computer may crash. Maintain hardware by cleaning components and ensuring proper ventilation. Then regularly backup important files to avoid data loss during troubleshooting. So those are areas. Always do calm, methodical troubleshooting, slowly but sure. Ensure that your computer is sorted. Now, the common hardware problems and solutions: a computer won't turn on, possible loss, loose power cable, or dead battery. So check power connections properly. Ensure that the power button is pressed firmly. The monitor is not displaying. This may be faulty connections or settings. So verify your monitor cables. Check if the brightness is adjusted. Now, keyboard. My keyboard is not working. There may be a loose connection or some malfunction. So reconnect the device, try another USB port, replace the batteries if it is wireless. There's no sound on my speakers. This may be volume muted or incorrect input. Check volume settings and do a lot more. Then we also have overheating. My computer is overheating and it's about to blow. There may be vents are blocked or the fan is blocked because you have put it on a sofa set or a mattress. So clean vents, ensure proper inflow, and replace fans where possible. Printer is not responding. There may be paper jam, there may be low ink or toner, there may be offline. So clean paper jams, check ink levels, ensure the printer is set on online mode if it's supposed to be there. Then the computer is learning slowly. All these are the challenges you need to read through one by one. The challenge is here, the possible solution is here, and okay, these are the possible causes and the solution is here. Read through this one by one, and that can help you. So we are saying that in troubleshooting there are steps. Step number one, you focus, you observe error, you see the error yourself. If the computer is not printing, you'll see it. So there you're identifying the problem. So then you start asking your questions. When did the issue start? Was there a recent change in the software? So you start looking at your challenges there. So you also isolate the issues. Determine if the issue is hardware or software. Test components individually or try another mouse. So basic fixes: you can restart your computer. If you are doing some basic fixes, restart your computer. Use diagnostic tools there. When you go to your settings there, look for diagnostic tools. I'll share a video for that. Search solutions, and then seek technical help. You can call us with our contacts and we can be able to support you. And so as we end this with these facilitators, every video we do, there's a facilitator, there's a contact, you can call that person. This is the end of unit 1, and we shall have unit 1.2, which is internet and email, and we're going to continue with you online at every level. We have our contacts and we can be able to work with you. May God bless you as you continue learning.